What's up, ladies, gents, queens, kings, and commentators? It's the one and only You Can't Clone Me Queen, baby. And welcome to my channel. And as always, you already know we are reviewing a show or movie that must be talked about. And in this recap, yeah. This is a comeback. A season 2 comeback we've been waiting for a good minute. So we are reviewing, as you can tell in the title below, Sweet Life, Los Angeles, season 2, episodes 1, and then we're going to get into 2, 3, and 4 in the next recap. So y'all stay tuned for that. But who am I with? Somebody I really don't want to be with, but he want to be in a recap so bad. So I was like, okay, I am
the recap.
He isn't. So
I am Sweet Life.
Listen, so if y'all have been here from the beginning of season 1 Sweet Life, you guys know, like, when it comes to the after show, the after party, the after chit chat, this the place to be. And when you come here, these are the faces to see. Because we got so much to talk about as always. Because, baby, if it's not our opinion, then who? You know?
Yeah. This is the real gang slide right here.
It is a midnight gang slide. Okay, no, seriously. So on with.
Your boy, Sean CTV, my act gonna be down here. So where you gonna put it, down here?
It don't matter.
It's gonna be down here. Real important stuff. Brother, friend, journalist, reporter, all those things in one.
That's debatable. Debatable. No, but seriously, okay, enough about that because we gotta get straight into it because there's just so much to get into already. And the show just dropped. Literally, just dropped.
Just dropped.
So much to get into.
They came out the gate swinging.
Literally. Hits, bumps.
They squabbling.
It's a little razzle-dazzle happening. But before we get into that, we got to talk about the people that we already know that's a part of the show, which is Thailand. We got Bri coming back. We got P-Jae coming back. We got Jalen coming back. Rob, Amanda, and Rebecca. And the only person that's not back this season.
2 people not back, really, because Kofi, I think he stepped back in his role a little bit.
Kofi never really had a big role, so I wouldn't even say that. Like, Kofi was always like the side friend. He was always on the side. He didn't have much to say. He was just the friend that always made.
He was in the promos. I'm saying, like, you could say he was in like the promos last year. He's not really like a.
But he still never was a main character. But he's here though. Like we've seen him.
But who ain't here?
Is Jordan. Now everybody knows that. Like I said, if you watch my recaps last year, you know I was not a fan of Jordan at all. Point blank period. I don't care. Like, he just was not giving it to me. He was just not. Like, I just couldn't stand him. His actions, it was childish. But I will say, at the end of the day, Jordan was good TV. And I did want him to come back only because I wanted to see if he made a change. Was there going to be a difference from that season to this season? But we don't get to see that. I mean, and we don't know why.
That's what we don't know why he chose to step back. But I feel like Jordan always felt like he was a bit more. He was too successful for the group, or not successful for the group. I don't think he liked the way he was portrayed and how that affected his business.
And he also don't need it.
He don't need it.
Not saying they who on the show need it, but I mean, Hype Man is Hype Man. At the end of the day.
At the end of the day, like.
It is what it is. He always been popping from whatever age he said, 12 or 13. Like, he always had it. He's already built the empire where you have these group of friends that is trying to build what he already has. Yeah. Then on top of that, I'm in a bad light. So it's like, wow, I'm wasting my time. Like, it's not even worth my energy. That's probably how he's thinking. Or he just maybe too busy. But he's not here this season. And I really was planning on, in my mind, mentally, way back in my mind, to root for you, Jordan. But you're not here. So I guess we got to move on.
But to be honest, he wasn't missed. At least not from episode 1 through 4. It was enough going on without Jordan.
To be honest, and I was saying this when I was watching it, I kept saying to myself, if Jordan was here doing everything that happened in these episodes, baby, he would have fumbled. He would have broke like a stick. Okay, he wouldn't have been ready for this.
Not with these new guys. I don't think he could have held up with them.
Yeah. I don't think he would have been ready. Like, he would have felt like he still would have had his ways, but he wouldn't have been ready for real.
Because they from Skid Row. They from
They from the wood, but they said they from Inglewood.
They said they're the pack or something like that. Okay.
The wolf pack.
Wolf pack.
You ain't gonna never see a wolf in a circle.
Yeah. Long. Okay.
Well, okay, seriously, getting into the first episode, I have to say this. So they play everybody know that Lotto is like one of my favorite artists. And the first song they play is It's Giving Bond-ish. Never ever play me like I'm average. And it was so funny to me because I had to make note of this, is that when she said it's giving boss bitch, you seen Thailand and you seen Amanda. But then when it said it's giving bad bitch, never ever play me like I'm average, they had showed Rebecca and Bri. And I thought that was so funny because it's like Bri and Rebecca was supposed to be the bad bitches, but y'all was giving very, very bare minimum, very average personalities last season. So I thought that was so funny, and I just had to make note of that.
I mean, I think this season they redeem. I think everybody's on a redemption arc this season. They're definitely acknowledging all of the flack that they got on social media after last season. So I think it's interesting to see how they're reacting to how they now see that the public views them. Because that's crazy. Like they brand new reality TV stars. It's not like they made from this, and now they're really they know the pressure they under now.
It's a lot. We see how some people fold under pressure. But I also have to make note of, before we really get into the episodes, is they confessionals, the background. Now, I wouldn't say the looks, because baby Ty, you was my girl. We're here, sister. I love you. But don't wigs. Don't wigs. And at this point, because I used to always trying to figure out, like, why Ty wigs be so bad. And they don't be, like, terrible, but they don't be up to par as they should be. And it's not about a money thing, because you don't have to go to nobody expensive or get an expensive wig for it to be laid. But her best friend, Candace, baby, her hair was laid, and then you see Ty, and I'm like, Ty, what's going on? It has nothing to do with you trying to be natural. I don't know what it is, baby, but don't wig, Ty. Don't wig. But I love you, sister. I do.
No, this is team Ty.
This is always team Ty, cause team Ty gonna always keep it real, you know,
and accountable.
That damn word. We can't. For some reason, with Sweet Life, we cannot get rid of that word accountable. Like,
and
it's
weird.
Like,
and weird. Everything weird.
Everything is weird, but that accountability and that accountable word, it's like it's so ingrained in all of them, yet they all lack it. Like, I am confused.
Yeah.
But anyways, getting into the show of we got into Bri a little bit, talking about, you know, the evolution of her brand, Butter by Bri. Which I'm happy for her. I'm
happy she has something else to offer besides just her dating as a storyline. Now there's this business into play. There's granted a lot of success that's coming with her business, but let's get into this lingerie party, the what was it, a release party?
Wait, before we get into that part though, I want to break down everything before it led up till it got to that part. We gotta talk about a lot, because a lot of the stuff that happened at the lingerie, that happened at the lingerie party came from things that P-Jae said because of how P-Jae felt from the group chat.
Correct.
So it's a lot of things to lead up to the end all be all that had everybody squabbling. Wait, did I say that right?
No, you right. You said it right.
A little tussle. So, of course, the girls met up. They talking as always. The only person that didn't meet up, you know who I forgot to bring up that came back this season?
Miami. But she's
no. Jerrold and Cheryl.
Oh, we don't. You know, we don't.
We don't do the Cheryl and Jerrold in this household, but they are a part of the show, so we got to bring them up. So, whatever. I forgot all about
that's they mention.
Jerrold and Cheryl never gave me anything last season, and it's the same thing this season, but Jerrold for to keep proving and showing to us why we don't like him. He's gonna keep. It's no denying that. But before I get into all that,
before you get into all of that,
so before I get into all that, the girls was at the dinner. I mean, at lunch, brunch, whatever they was at. They was talking, and then all of a sudden they brought up how P-Jae did an interview talking about what happened at the group chat, what happened with them, and what was going on, and basically trying to say that he didn't like. What was he trying to say?
I think what he was trying to say is what I felt too, which is that the group chat P-Jae was ganged up on. So everybody's looking for this apology from P-Jae, and what P-Jae...
Which he did give. I don't like P-Jae. Him and Jordan was on the same page for me last season, and which is saying that I didn't care for them, but I would say he did apologize at the group chat. It's
like, and at that point, how many apologies do you want? And then two, I'm not gonna keep apologizing if every time I try to apologize, I'm getting spoke over. Mm-hmm. Nobody's hearing what I have to say. Yeah. So that's basically, they on a press tour. he was asked a question about the show and about how he felt at the group chat, and he laid out how he felt, like how he was ganged up on, nobody was really hearing him out, that sort of thing, which are all facts. These are all true things.
Yeah.
But I guess they didn't like the fact that he was speaking out of it. Like, he spoke about them before speaking to them.
I agree.
But I don't get what the problem is. They asked me a question on the press tour. Do we not want people to watch the show?
First of all, the press tour is not even about you. It's supposed to be about your artist. So how did you even make this about you?
Well, because I can't help the question the journalist asked me.
Oh, I'll be like, say that for another time when I'm on my sweet like press tour. We not gonna take away from my artist press tour. That's what I would have did as a manager that's trying to thrive in this business. But I understand he want his attention. He want his
He is star in his own right now.
Yeah, but that's just my opinion. But I do agree that they never gave P-Jae the opportunity to talk. Like, everybody kept on and keeps on ganging up on him, and he can't speak. Like, we can't even attack you. Like, we can't even feel bad in the situation when they're attacking P-Jae because they don't give him time to mess up. Like, you know how sometimes if you just listen and let somebody mess up, let them talk and mess up on their own, they don't even give him that opportunity.
They don't get to say the wrong thing. Like, because he can't even. Wrong thing. But I've noticed that's a recurring theme. They are very the type of friend group that kind of like, one opinion matters at a certain point in time, and if that you're not on the side of that opinion, you don't get to talk, really. Like, you're not going to get heard because there's too many people overlapping you. So they, as a whole, in all of their arguments, I feel like they're doing more talking than listening, and I think that's the downfall of that friend group, or that's their like fatal flaw.
Yeah, I agree. I guess because it was a domination of the girls. All the girls are alpha women, and all of them are like powerful in their own right. So they just attack, which, I mean, we're women, it happens. But I do think sometimes they gotta like, hey y'all, let's see what he gotta say. Like, chill out. Let's see what he about to say before we even jump on him. Yeah, it's one of them situations.
I mean, that comes to, especially when you're dealing with a friend group where you have some friend groups where like some people are more successful than others. Different people are doing different things.
They all on the same damn level.
No,
though.
but they. And it's a good level to be at. They are pretty decent. Like, as far as like in their grind, they're pretty decent friend group. Like, everybody, so you can't even pull up like, oh, I got more than you, you got more than me. Like, they're all pretty much on a good level. They all working to something. Agree. So like that comes with the territory with their personalities. But I feel like all their personalities are so heightened because they all think they the shit. And granted, they all got their own good shit going for them. They do.
We bound to say something crazy, but right now I'm not gonna say I'm Team P-Jae. I'm not, because he's going to mess up some way to make me not like him. But because of how they gang up on him, I'm like Rob in this situation. I'm gonna say that. But before we get into Rob, before we get there, we gotta talk about Jerrold. We gotta talk about Jerrold though, in his situation with Kilan. I think that's how you say his name. Yeah. So in the episode, we get some information about Jerrold having a situation with Ty's best friend,
Candace.
I'm about to call the girl Cassidy. Candace's boyfriend, Kilan, but Kilan is also Jalen's cousin. So it's a lot of twists and turns and who's and she's, and it's a lot of that going on. But needless to say, Jerrold, I guess, and him and Jordan and P-Jae out, the whole gang must be had like a little get together party, and the DJ was real cool with Kilan. Whoever Kilan is, Kilan must be known. Like however Tyler is known. LA known type mess. And Kilan is known in that area, in that type of environment. Like, people know who he is, meaning the DJ who P-Jae and them and Jerrold and them hired knew who Kilan was, and he just so happened to be caught on the stage when Jerrold was saying whatever he was saying. Child, nobody probably even cared, but I ain't gonna do that to him because it's his event. But Kilan was caught on the stage, but it's not like when we got down to it, when we really found out the real tea, Kilan never came on the stage to take the mic from Jerrold. But what happened was he got called to the stage, but he just stood in the DJ. Now we all know, like, come on, we went to HBCU. We all know dudes. Shoot, I was one of them girls that just knew, like, we just knew who the DJ was. So like, if the DJ said, "Hey Queen," like loose kid, "Hey Queen," or just you in that area, you just go to the DJ. You stand in the back, you on the side, but you're not in the forefront. You just like in around, like you just vibing. It's a vibe. You're not gonna stay there forever. You just go say what your little piece, whatever, and you leave. And I think it was one of them situations. But because the DJ ended up saying Kilan's name while Jerrold was speaking, Jerrold felt some way.
Yeah.
But within all of that, Jerrold feeling some way, we also end up finding out that homeboy Kilan had a little something with Cheryl. It wasn't nothing too deep, but they had a little something in high school. And also, I guess they used to be on opposite schools. So, I mean, go to two different schools, so opposite teams playing basketball. So, homeboy Kilan said I used to, like, have buckets on Jerrold, like, over his head. Type. So, I'm not trying to say, like, that was a reason why, you know, Jerrold may have animosity, but it ain't too far-fetched.
I definitely don't think Cheryl is the reason that they sort of have animosity because, like, granted, Cheryl and Jerrold been dating literally since college.
Yeah. 10 years.
I mean, since not college, since high school.
Yeah.
So like that's old thing. But I do think there's some level of animosity and beef towards them. But that could just be like, I never liked you type stuff. It could really be just that surface level. Like me and you just don't get along. I don't fuck with you. So I don't know. We can cuss on YouTube. Can we cuss on YouTube? So it could literally just be like that. And it gets to the point where like, I feel like I would have been upset too if I'm addressing a crowd at my party and the DJ over there like shouting out somebody else. But that's the problem for me to take up with the DJ, but I would be upset.
Fine, be upset, but be upset at the right person. Like the fact that he was upset at Kilan, then he tried to act like, oh well, I have proof of all this happening. Mind you, he had already set the story up as if Kilan came on the stage and to the mic. He shows the proof. The proof says that Kilan was just on. Kilan never even touched the mic. Right. It was the DJ talking the whole time, so you got animosity at the wrong person. And then within all of that, like always, which is what we always have the problem with Jerrold is not only do he lie or feel like he is telling the truth, but we end up finding out it's a lie. He do not own up to it.
He definitely told security to escort him outside. Even if he didn't, you still could have. You could have did something to where you was like, oh, dang, it wasn't that serious. Bring him back in. Yeah. Like, it's no way possible he should have ended up outside. And I'm sure you found out he was outside.
You found out.
At the party.
And you probably felt like the bit man, like, oh, I got him killed out. That's what happened. Because you could have got him back to the party. That man never did anything that y'all said. Like, we still, like, and if y'all have proof, where is the proof?
Because the video evidence we saw was not it.
The evidence was not it at all. Like, that boy never said nothing. We watched the closed captions. It said DJ said that. It never said Kilan said any of that. So the fact that it was so much animosity towards Kilan, and then on top of that, you don't apologize or you don't say like, oh, my bad, bro. Like, I was wrong. Like...
Or they couldn't even agree the fact that like, okay, we're in this situation, we sitting down, let's squash it. Yeah. Let's move forward. Yeah. Let's move forward in the light. Like, I know you're gonna be around now, like, or something like that. Like, let's try to move forward in a manner where we don't gotta fuck with each other. We ain't gotta be like besties or bros or whatever. But like, okay, let's dead this situation at least.
Exactly. And it was no resolution.
No, I mean, they made good TV though.
It made goddamn good, and I know it's gonna be more to that. It's gonna be more to come with that situation because they never dated it. And Jerrold, this is why everybody calls Jerrold a sociopath because of these type of situations.
Yeah. He definitely has like a big man complex. Like he feel like and
he's very much little man.
But if you want to be, I think he's moved to as far as the guys, like he's moved forward into like the real P-Jae spot. Like he's taking not P-Jae's, he's taking Jordan's spot or role from last year as the alpha of the male friend group.
But he was never alpha. Jordan was never alpha. Jordan gave up a persona like he was alpha, but he was never alpha. None of them is motherfucking alphas. And to be honest, I would give Jalen alpha before I give anybody else alpha. The only thing is, during at least first season, Jalen didn't have a bigger, like he was a friend. He had the friend contract. He didn't have the main character contract. But now this year he has, that main contract. At least I assume. And it's like, okay, I would give him alpha out of the group before anybody else.
But he's not even in that friend group really. When you look at it, well, now Jalen is bringing his own.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, so, yeah. But let's, we got to get into the lingerie party.
No.
We ain't at the lingerie party yet.
You so ready to get into the lingerie party. We're not there yet. It's a lot of stuff that happened that we have to talk about before we get into the lingerie party.
Bri look good.
Bri always look good, but Bri just so ditzy, but that's still my girl. Moving on. Cause you so ready for this lingerie party. Oh, I'm still trying to learn how to talk with my braces. Ugh. But getting into the situation with Rob and Amanda, because this is going to play a big role into this season is them moving in together. So they talked about that, how Amanda's trying to move in. Well, not Amanda trying to move in, but they both trying to move in with each other. But everybody family on Rod's side know, but nobody on Amanda's side knows. But beyond that, Rob goes to say, "Oh, I'm for to quit my job. I'm for to take my artistry seriously, and that's all I'm for to do."
And it's the specific artistry in question. My boy wants to be a comedian.
My boy is a comedian. I guess he already been doing his $1. P-Jae is his which is important to
That's
know.
important too.
P-Jae is his manager when it comes to his comedy and just trying to get his running.
Brand and everything ready and out there.
So he decides that he wants to quit his 9 to 5 in the midst of them moving in together. Sir, I'm not footing no bill for you.
Amanda said it. She said, my money's tied up in real estate. So
which I was also confused. I thought she had a house. So I was confused. I was like,
no, remember the house that she bought was for like to rent out.
Reset.
It's like that's.
Oh, okay.
So like she trying to buy back the block. So that like she owns property and she like rental property.
Okay, that's why I had got confused. I was like, I thought all this time I thought she was moving into there. Okay, now that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, her real estate is serious. And you talking about something, you for to quit your 9 to 5. I'm a firm believer. I'm just winning on people. And everybody, of course, everybody don't have to be like that. Be full throttle into your craft if you know you're going to make it. You know you're not for to play about it. But you are a teacher. So it's not even really a 9 to 5. Like y'all kind of start like at 7, 8, and you get out like at 2.
See, I'm gonna disagree with you on that one. Cause I feel like any job or profession, like he said, them kids drive him crazy. But I feel like if anything, if there was ever a time for him to want to chase his dreams and do it full time, it's now. And it's honestly before him and Amanda get married, before they even though they're deciding to move in now, they still have time to like stop that. So like now's the time for me to let you know like this is what I want to do, and to see whether or not if we're gonna last, you have to stick by me. So if they are really what they say they are, like you have to support my dreams. And if you're not going to support my dreams, we have to figure out another way to sort of maneuver this. And I think that's where it's coming down to. They're realizing like some real fatal flaws in their relationship that are going to make it real tough to move forward.
I could support you. I will support you. Full throttle. From the rooter to the tutor. From the beginning to the end, I'm going to support you. But why all of this has to happen when we're moving in together? Because it was clearly already set in stone. Like they already clearly had an apartment. We were already moving in. So you knew you were going to make this decision way before we even moved in. As we're moving in together, not even before. As we're moving in, you decide to quit your job. That literally makes no sense.
Well, he hasn't quit the job yet. He said he's planning on quitting.
He quit. He quit. He knows he quits. He quits. He said this is his last semester. Like,
well, I just had a random thought, and we can insert it somewhere in here. What season is it in the show? Because they be dressing all different types of ways. They be dressed for the cold. They be dressed for the hot.
But you know, LA, that's the thing with LA. They always say, like, it's a hot sunshine state, but that beach, the wind, and makes it cold.
I'll be lost as hell. Tylen be having on a puffer jacket. Bri be having on a mini skirt and a dress. The boys be wearing turtlenecks and sweaters. What's going on?
Confusion.
I'm like, what?
I am lost. What is the season? Spring, summer?
It's clearly winter because it's cold in New York. So, but that's something for later.
Getting back to Bri a little bit, because we about to finally dive into the lingerie party, but getting into Bri, because Bri is just always so boy crazy, and it's a trait of her that it's a cute personality trait that I actually find so like it's cute. But it's also like, Bri, girl. So Thailand had a get together for her family. Of course, she invited friends, and this when we get introduced to some of the other guys, like other than Kilan, like I guess a guy named Marcus and another dude. The other dude is not so much memorable, but the reason why Marcus is memorable because he's a flirt. So he's flirting with mama's friends, aunties, cousins, brothers.
Anybody with a vagina.
He's flirting with them. Like he really is, and it's like. The first thing Bri says when the guys walk in, because of course these new guys that she's seen, like she hasn't been around them, is She tells Rebecca, do you think those guys are cute?
And here's Rebecca like, nah.
Rebecca is like, no. And like, subconsciously, Bri like kind of agrees with her, but I also didn't feel like Bri agreed with her. And
Bri was looking for approval to see if should go talk and engage. That's what she was looking for.
And I'm so sick of her needing approval, especially from Rebecca. But that's neither here nor there, girl. Go ahead and do your thing. That's what you like. That's what you don't like. The boys wasn't ugly, but I could also tell based off their dating history we've seen before, they're also like not their type. So I kind of understood that. So I just thought that was funny. And then I also thought it was funny how Bri was saying like she's been feeling like she's walking on eggshells around Rebecca. And y'all see how I keep saying Rebecca because she still hasn't, like I cannot call her Becky. I can't it's something about her that Rebecca is your name. But I'm not her friend anyways. Like,
right, she probably would refer to you to call her.
Exactly, huh? Because that's how I feel, bitch. I am Marquavia to you. I'm not Queen, I'm not Queen, it's Marquavia. Period. And get it right, Marquavia. No, okay.
All the syllables, all of them.
Every last one. All 9. I think I have 9 letters in my name. No, I'm saying them not
letters. Syllables.
I know.
I was like,
I didn't mean like syllables. I'm going to say like the letters in my name. But whatever, I just want to bring up that because we're going to hear a lot of that this season 2 is Rebecca feeling some way about Bri and Bri feeling some way about Rebecca, and their friendships just being very like teeter-totter. Like it's very up and down, sideways. Like they don't know where they stand, and then they do know where they stand. Like it's just a lot of that, and I just feel like,
and it's all going back to P-Jae.
It all goes back to P-Jae, but from Rebecca's standpoint, it's Miami and P-Jae. When I feel like Miami shouldn't even be included, like only because I feel like how can I put this? Rebecca is failing to realize a lot of the stuff that she went through last year was on her. It was on her. Like nobody else made you act the way you act.
Nobody made you act mean. Like nobody told you to come and be hostile.
Mean girl.
Yeah, you chose that route.
You chose that, and you stood firm in it. And you do say that you was drunk in that instant, and it wasn't your best self, which I understand. But there were points. Not points, but times where you weren't drunk and you still didn't correct yourself. Like it still was.
No accountability.
Accountability is so much animosity towards a situation that shouldn't even happen, or it was towards the wrong person. But I just think that's really so crazy. And because of that, everybody feel like they're walking on eggshells around you, or they just feel like, should I do this? Should I don't? I don't know, because of Rebecca, her feelings. And I understand like you were being bullied, like social media was hurting you, or it was just some things that you were feeling. But it's also like you gotta like take what you did in there and own up to it and why people was feeling that way. Now, please don't take that for me saying like the people on social media that was attacking you and just so
sending death threats and stuff like that. That's crazy.
And people like that, they have no life. They don't, because who does that to anybody? Like it doesn't matter. Like you never do that to somebody. You can tell somebody when they're wrong, but you don't tell somebody they're wrong and they should die. No, right. We don't do that. That's not cute. That's not okay. Social media or not, no. But Rebecca, you do have to take accountability. And
you have to realize how you're seen. Like, granted, like everybody isn't on like a national show or whatever, but like this is now forcing them to look at how your actions are perceived from third party people that are literally flies on the wall. So like there is like, we don't know y'all. We're literally looking at it from the outside in, and this is how you were acting. You were acting hostile, you were acting mean, and it was like you said, towards the wrong person. Your anger may have been justified, but you're taking it out on the wrong person, and that's what everybody's issue was.
Yep.
So, but on the flip side of that, how long does it take a friend to heal, and how do you maneuver around their healing? That's a whole different situation that happens in real life friendships, and how you have to try to tackle that, because you can't tell a friend what timeline they're on, and you can't make me move quicker in my healing process just because you want me to.
Agree, but you also can't be in that state and not work on fixing it or get, finding a way out of that situation, and then expect everybody else around you to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You can't, like, that's not fair. That's not right. Like, yes, I can respect what you're going through, but you have to also respect that I feel like I should move on and see how I could better myself in the situation. And hopefully you figure it out yourself. Like, and I feel like Rebecca was not understanding that. She wanted everybody to feel hurt because she was feeling hurt. Or stay in that moment because she was still in that moment.
And people can't continue to ostracize one person just because of the way you're feeling. Like, we can't continue to cast Miami out just because you're still upset with her and you're still in this situation. At some point, y'all both got to be big girls, put on y'all panties and learn how to be cordial in a space, which we come to find out they still haven't learned how to do.
Okay, so we can finally, moving on from all of that, finally get into the scene that you've been waiting to get into, which is the lingerie scene. Bri by By Bri lingerie. BBB lingerie party. Which is a lingerie party, which I have to make light of because, baby, everybody didn't understand the assignment, and I'm just in confusion. Like, where
Miami, if you want to be real, Miami's the only one that understood the assignment. Miami and Bri.
Jerrold did too. I feel like Ty missed a beat, but Ty misses a lot of beat, which is okay, sister. It really is. You're yourself.
We're gonna let you slide just because we love you.
Amanda, she tried to keep it sexy, classy. Okay, I understand that. What's the other girl name? Rebecca. Lord Jesus, forget the girl name. Rebecca, I think she was in lingerie-ish type attire. And then some of the boys, they came in their PJs. And then some boys was fully clothed. And I was just confused because, baby, stay home. Or if you're not gonna go,
you don't like when people don't follow the theme?
I don't like when people don't follow the theme because you don't have to be fully in lingerie, fully in PJs, but there are clothes out there.
You can show some effort. You could
show some effort. Not a t-shirt, tank top, and some jeans, like full on jeans and J's. Like, baby, you're not hot. Like, I wasn't confused, but that didn't hear that. Bri came and Bri looked real good. As she should. It's her event. Like,
she had a grand entrance, as she should have.
If you're gonna stop, baby, stop. But so we at the event. Of course, everything is being said. Oh, I also have to make light because I don't like stuff like this. Amanda, when Miami walked in, we finally see Miami. Miami walks in and Amanda says, yuck. And then Rebecca says, we need to spray. Like, we need to spray some stuff in here. Like, because she walked in with her lingerie.
They just, hostile. No reason.
Like, you was just crying about how your feelings and da-da-da, but then you still acting like this.
Like, did you learn your lesson? I don't think, you on a whole reality show, you see the cameras.
You know
you know you might. So now you not only are you choosing to be
it's
nasty,
intentional.
So what did you learn from?
You didn't. But you want everybody to be on eggshells. You want everybody to be on eggshells, but your thoughts and your feelings so iffy. You want either you want to be a mean girl or you want to be a sad girl, baby. Pick a poison.
Or you want to grow. Pick your poison. Pick one, please.
Pick it. But anyway, so moving on from that. That's not even the main concern because they did try to have a little powwow, Miami and the other girls and Rebecca and Amanda.
I forget what they said when she first walked up. That was so funny to me. They were
when she walked up to the table?
Yeah, she was when she walked up to the table, she was she said something that was slick. Damn, I forgot it.
Whatever it was. Oh, who Miami said something slick?
No, I want to say. Rebecca said something slick to Miami, and Miami was and
she flipped.
What's up?
Yeah, but it just didn't happen. They tried to have a little calm powwow. It just didn't happen because Rebecca feels the way that she feels. Miami really don't feel no way, but she gotta feel some way because Rebecca feels some way. It's just one of them weird situations. But also, I gotta stand 10 toes because you acting real crazy in front of me, and I ain't gonna let that happen.
And can you feel some type of way other than that my event, please? Thank you. Why y'all gotta be? If you can't go to a lingerie party and just have fun, where the hell can you go? Why is y'all beefing at my
when you supposed to be sexy, baby? You won't be.
What about lingerie
and I'm over
party
here
gave?
Looking like a surf and turf.
What about that gave?
I I said surf and turf, baby. I don't think that was it.
You smelling like fish and land.
Lingerie and
Land and sea, motherfucker. Land and sea. But like, why at like, I feel like as friends, everybody down the line failed Bri that night.
Tremendously. They did. They felt her. But, so, speaking of failed, so Miami and the Rebecca situation didn't work. So then we move on.
First beef squash that failed.
That failed.
That's only one of them of the night.
And then the second one comes because everybody, again, this P-Jae situation that happened, whatever he said on the radio, you know, everybody got to get they beef off about that situation. At least all the girls, because the girls is who had the problem. So, you know, man, the girls like, hey, you know, P-Jae, come talk to me and my girl gang. Come talk to us. So he like, oh, this is going to be a gang slaughter. You motherfucking right. You right. You walk right into it, baby.
But
like a lamb walking into a wolf's den.
But I feel like he knew it was coming.
He knew.
And I feel like he was prepared to handle it if they would have went about the conversation the right way. It wasn't a conversation, which was the problem. It was
an attack. It was a game slide. It literally was a game slide on P-Jae. And that's why that's why I be feeling so bad, because it's like, y'all have every right to feel how y'all feel with whatever P-Jae went through, but y'all also don't give him the opportunity, and that's like I keep saying, is what pisses me off. But I also feel like I said it earlier, P-Jae apologized, so it's like, what more do y'all want from him? Like, either we finna move on or we not. But then I can understand. For some reason, I feel Tylen's feelings towards it because of what he did say on the radio. Like, but he didn't say nothing so outrageous to like.
He didn't degrade anybody. I felt like he just said like, and he said it when he was addressing to them why he said what he said. That was my standpoint. These are my feelings.
Right.
You cannot tell me how to feel about a situation that I was in.
You can't.
If they would have asked y'all the question, y'all could have answered how y'all felt. But they didn't ask y'all. They asked me. So that was my opportunity to get was on my chest off. But this is why, like you said, like, and I feel like a lot of times P-Jae's in situations, and he maybe not need to look at his outside friend group about that. He doesn't have, not backup, because no grown man should need backup to like maneuver a situation, but he has no defense. He has no help, which is why.
When it comes to P-Jae, nobody is the mediator. There is nobody to step in and say, hey, let him speak. We understand how you feel, but wait, give him a second. Let him say something real quick.
He never has a devil's advocate.
Yeah, ever. No. And that's when, but he does now.
He does
which
now.
is Rob. So, of course, P-Jae is getting attack, and then Rob steps in like...
Rob from across the party, like...
Yeah, like, let me step in for my man, because, of course, he feel cool with him. That's his manager. They cool, they peoples. So, Rob stepping in like, hey, like, give him a chance to talk. Like, y'all keep ganging up on him, whatever. And that's when everything...
It go left.
Let it get out. Regardless of the fact... They gang up on him, they talking, they yelling, it's a lot going on. And then out of nowhere, oh, that's what happened. Ty was like, something about, damn, like, you know, you on his, like, you on, like, she said something like that. And that's when it flipped on him and Ty.
Because when Rob came over there, he had become the mediator. He was trying to mediate, like, y'all, calm down, hear both sides. Let's let him talk. And here it go, like you said.
Ty said what she said to him because she felt like, well, dang, Rob, you supposed to be on our side. Like, you supposed to be our friend. Like, but honestly, if you think about it, Rob is low-key Switzerland in this. At least he tried to be. But then when Ty felt some way because she felt like he shouldn't be Switzerland. Like, you should be on my team and not his team. It was one of them situations.
And then what he said was absolutely correct. If I'm not with you, I'm anti-Ty. Why does it always have to be like that?
Exactly. And it's never, and that's why, baby.
And I think what happened in that moment, though, was she heard it wrong. All she heard was anti-Ty. So she split.
She didn't hear it wrong. That's exactly what was said. So she didn't hear it wrong. She took it how she wanted to take it. I think her actions was right. Her wording was wrong.
No, because he didn't say I'm anti-Ty. He said, so if I disagree with you, am I like I'm anti-Ty? Everybody that disagrees with you is anti-Ty, and that's not the situation.
Oh yeah, because she said, she did. Ty did overdo it because she was like, you dead to me, like she really, you dead to me, like all right, like
you weird son, you gonna regret this when you wake up in the morning. Like,
yeah,
bitch, who the fuck is you?
Like, bitch, that supposed to put fear in my heart. Like,
I'm literally not fucking you. My girlfriend's right there, like
confused. Like I'm confused. Like, why Ty even went that hard. Like, she really went hard. And of course, later on, she did. Like,
it's because she's emotional. We all know that, though.
Yeah, we know she emotional, but that
when
wasn't.
You go low, I'm gonna go to hell.
But that wasn't low. That was, she was hurting. She was going for the gusto. She was trying to get him to a point to where he got, like, he flipped on her. And she didn't think Rob was gonna be like that, because Rob is usually like the quiet friend on the side trying to be funny. Like, he ain't really into all that. So now they really know who Rob is. Like, they really getting into him. Like, she wasn't expecting it. It was like she felt like he flipped on her. And I don't think he was trying to flip. He was trying to, like, really mediate. And because you said what you said, now for to really flip out on you. I think it was one of those situations.
Not only did and the reason I think she didn't expect that from Rob is because she wouldn't have expected that from Amanda. I don't think Amanda's ever went there like that on her. So why would she expect it from her boyfriend if she wouldn't expect it from her, like, if she wouldn't expect it from Amanda? You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying, and that can be I like that viewpoint.
Because, like, she's never been challenged like that.
So you trying to say Amanda don't got no backbone?
I'm trying to say I don't think Amanda's challenged her yet, which is what Rob addresses to her. I don't feel like you ever hold Ty accountable. Especially if anybody has a best friend, your best friend holds you accountable. Like, if you look at the two, like, out of their female friend group, if anybody gonna, like, really step to Ty, it's gonna be Amanda, because Amanda's the only one that knows her in a way. Like, y'all relationship should be so solid. If I address you about a situation, we should be able to move forward and be good from it. So that lets me know, at least that from the outside looking in, it looked like Amanda's never, like, got Ty together, so that way she didn't expect it from Rob. Like, Rob really got her together that night in a way that I don't think anybody's ever called Ty out that's that close to her.
Word.
So you're
Work. But yeah, it was a lot. So because of that, it just started a whole commotion. Of course, Jalen comes over. So Jalen comes over, of course, because see what's going on with him and his girl. Rob and Amanda, low-key, like, they to the other side. They trying to leave. So then, well, P-Jae and them, everybody else still around the table trying to figure out, like, what's going on. Like, so P-Jae trying to say his spiel. Tyler trying to say his spiel. And Jalen, I don't know, I can't remember exactly what happened that made P-Jae say something to Jalen.
No, because Jalen was saying to P-Jae, let Ty talk. And then Ty, they were still talking. And then P-Jae said to Jalen, okay, let her talk. Like, because you telling me to let her talk, but you shut up and let her talk. You get what I mean? Like, why are you talking? Like, this. So that's why they started going at it, because Jalen felt like, you're not trying to disrespect me while I'm trying to defend my girl. Like, yeah. But literally, why are you talking? Like, why are you telling me? Like, this is between me and Ty. Why are you?
So you feel like Jalen was wrong? Jalen
was wrong in that situation.
Okay, I do too.
Because I'm not hostile. If I'm not in Ty's face, we're literally having a conversation.
He was in a Will Smith situation. That was Will Smith and Jada.
Yes, I was thinking about that.
That was Will Smith and Jada. Like, that was your ego. That was your pride that you flipped and made about you, which made you want to attack him. And it didn't even have to get to that point. It didn't have to. That was Will and Jada.
I was literally thinking that when I was watching it, because I was like, nobody, like, asked you to come to Ty's defense in that way.
Not in that way.
You could have just sat there and, like, been the presence that you needed to be.
Right.
I'm here to make sure
don't respect you anyway. They was gonna respect you, Jalen, anyways.
I'm here to make sure don't shit go down.
Like, shit was already on 10 and you took that bitch to 100. Like, it was too much. And it's like, we get your standpoint, like, you are a protector, like, you want to protect your girl, and by all means do that, but shut up.
Because you telling me to shut up, but I'm the one in the actual situation, so you're not gonna tell me to shut up when I'm already listening. So now I know you shut up, nigga.
Yeah.
And then it's I'll beat the fuck out of you.
It was an ego thing. Yeah. It definitely was an ego. Like, he felt like when P-Jae said that to him, he felt like, oh, you disrespecting me. Like, as a man, you telling me to what? And to that same point, yeah.
And to the same point, Jalen, his whole thing was like, oh, and he addresses this to Ty later, is that he felt like Ty emasculated Rob, but you emasculated P-Jae, telling him you was gonna beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
Like, what'd you expect him to respond to that? Like, okay, you're gonna be like, no, nigga. Like, what's up?
Like, I'll beat your ass too. Like, we gonna go tit for tat now, cause now it's two egos and two manhoods being disrespected. So who for the had the bigger balls?
And I will say though, that I feel like they both was ready for whatever.
They was.
I didn't expect that from P-Jae. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I didn't expect that.
Just so we're clear, my money was on Jalen. I ain't even gonna hold you.
But PJ wasn't no. PJ
He
wasn't no.
was gonna stand on his for sure. He definitely was. But
and Jalen got some good friends. Jalen said, yeah, "We brawling." But I don't think PJ would have. I don't think PJ would have been brawling because I don't think Jerrold or them would have helped him.
No, he was gonna definitely stand in that paint by himself.
By himself, because they wasn't there helping him to begin with.
No, but PJ was gonna handle his, which I respect. But
that's episode 1.
That was episode 1. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy our recap to the first episode of season 2 of Sweet Life LA. Y'all already know what to do. Like this video and show your girl and your boy some love. Comment your thoughts and let's discuss what y'all think of this season so far. We already got 4 episodes. Go on over to the next recap and watch that review and drop y'all comments down there as well. Because we getting into some things. And last but certainly not least, subscribe and join the Queen, baby. Bye.